Absolutely. So we've followed Myron to Metrolinx, and now we probably think of Metrolinx as GO trains. At least I do, and I'm not from the Toronto area, so for me, it's the GO trains and the buses. But I was telling Nancy earlier, spent a fascinating afternoon learning about the breadth of offerings. So it also includes the Express and Presto. Can you help us understand the mission and the scope of Metrolinx, and then maybe more specifically the Presto area that you spend much of your time in?
Yeah, for sure. So Presto, I guess, going all the way back, is kind of born from this vision of this better connected Ontario, and really facilitating that public transit, facilitating healthy kind of communities all over the place. It's a very lofty thing, which as most missions are, and so making that practical. Metrolinx is kind of serving as this regional integrator of transit. Um, and as you say, like there's a lot of places where transit especially is very municipal focused, and that interconnectedness isn't necessarily there. And I think in my mind, at least, Metrolinx especially kind of covers that for at least the province of Ontario. And you covered, the key facets. So the GO train and bus, the UP Express, and then there's Presto, which they're trying to rebrand to Payments now, Payments Presto in brackets, which essentially is the facilitator between all of those things and the transit agencies, right? And I think it's tough to think about it. It's such a huge organization, and as I'm sure in any of your courses, you learn about silos in organizations, and that can be a challenge. And it's been at literally every organization I've ever been at. There are silos, but what's interesting here is when sometimes some of these different divisions can have to kind of negotiate and work together, right? There's all sorts of interactions where Metrolinx is also the facilitator between other transit agencies, right? So Metrolinx actually serves you think of yourself as a Presto customer. Yes, you are. But Presto's other customers, or I would argue like the real business line, is serving these transit agencies. So Go and Up are customers of Payments, Presto, and the TTC is our customer. And not Waterloo region, but 10 other transit agencies from Mississauga to even Ottawa, to Burlington, Hamilton, etc. They're all our customers. We have relationships with them where, they pay us commission for facilitating that payment. And so it's very unique. You've got an organization that partly, manages stations and like old school brick and mortar, big construction, big visible projects that look maybe too shiny for the communities they're in. They're just kind of out of place. It's something from like 2040. Mid 2040 is too close. Maybe 3000. But then you have Presto, which is more of almost like a financial technology company, which is facilitating payments, facilitating innovation on how people pay, as slow as it is to come. The ability to tap with your credit card, the ability to pay with your mobile wallet like Apple and Google wallets, the ability to just buy e-tickets instead of using your Presto card, and what that means for the customer. And what that means for equity. So that's something that, touching on what's different at a not for profit, that never entered the conversation before, right? So when I was at, say, that private equity funded organization, it's like everything is from the return on invested capital. Well, I mean, news is, Metrolinx and Presto are always trying to just reduce the subsidy that they get from the government, where, that it's up there. It's very important, but there's so much that we have to do in order to make sure that access and equity needs are met and human rights are met. And so it's a very interesting blended mission.